Hi, Ross LaFleur here with KARY'S Roux and Pig Stand Barbecue Sauce. Today I'm here with Roux and Lainey Tuten. Roux is owner of Untitled here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Today we're going to teach Roux how to cook a gumbo. So first thing we're going to do, we have a stock pot on the stove with a gallon of water in there. So if you wouldn't mind turning the burner on high. And we'll bring that water to a boil. While that water is heating up, if you would like to start out by cutting the sausage, probably about a 1/2 inch to a 1/4 inch wide.
All right.
And Lainey, if you would like to start, maybe grab another knife and you can chop up these bell peppers here.
All right, so how are my cutting skills? Are they Anthony Bourdain-esque? or not quite?
Just quite. You almost there. And if you want, you can go ahead and start chopping the green onions. We need about a cup of green onions.
What do we do about
I'm
that?
going to show you the way that I like to prepare it. What I like to do is I'll take I'm using boneless, skinless chicken thighs.
Chicken thighs.
Chicken thighs.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take it, place it like this. And then I want to cut it in half, not long ways, but across the width. If you were to open it up, that's the actual width of the chicken thigh. So I'm just going to cut it in half. Okay, we're going to take each piece of thigh, and I'll show you how to do some of them. And right over the top, I'm going to sprinkle seasoning on the top and bottom of each thigh. Okay. Just place it in there. And by seasoning the thigh rather than the broth, I find it gets pretty accurate. Sometimes you need to add a little bit more seasoning. I've never had it to where it would be too much if you do a light dusting.
So you don't add seasoning to the gumbo?
Only if it needs. At the very end, I'll taste it.
Okay.
But this is usually a pretty good guide. If you season the chicken ahead of time, it's usually a pretty good guide to how much you need. For this recipe, half of a jar of roux, and I broke it out onto a plate. And then I used the fork to mash it up because it makes it easier to dissolve. If you put a big clump of roux in there, it wants to stick to the bottom, and if any roux sticks to the bottom, it's going to want to burn.
How's that?
That's good. Now that you've got it all in there, just go ahead and stir it up.
All right.
We're just going to stir it until it dissolves well.
I'm just trying to get it back there. A little bit of the roux before it goes through. It's not quite dark enough yet. Fine.
A lot of people use a chicken broth or chicken stock in the liquid form.
Okay.
A little shortcut that I use is there's these concentrated chicken stock. But they use these. I just find I really like the flavor of it, the concentrate, and one of these per gallon of water, it comes out really good.
It's plenty.
That's good to know.
Well, we're gonna add these in. Then we're gonna add our sausage right after that.
Okay.
And we're gonna add our chicken in.
Right after
and
that.
They're all gonna cook together until the chicken is cooked through and through and starts to get tender.
And that takes about how long?
You're looking at about an hour.
Okay.
About around an hour.
Flash too much.
We're gonna get it to boiling, not heavy boiling, but we want it to boil a little bit, a little more than simmer.
A little rumble.
Little rumble.
A little rumble. All right, so we're hanging tight now.
That's it.
All right. Just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty, pronounced with the Humpty. All quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. Ready to roll.
Okay, so the chicken and sausage and broth has been cooking for right around an hour. One of the ways that I like to cut a little bit of time off in the cooking process is I pull the chicken out of the broth and I go ahead and shred it some. If you leave the chicken thighs in there, it will eventually shred. But what we're going to do is we're going to use 2 forks and shred it a little bit. You can leave some chunks in there, bite-sized chunks. And then once we get this done, we're going to add it back into the gumbo.
Okay.
Well, that looks good there.
All right. So we good?
Yep.
All right.
If you want, I'll go ahead and hold the pan over if you want to.
Dump it all in?
Yep. Now we're going to add the parsley and green onion.
Okay. Same thing.
I'll go ahead and give it a stir.
so we've just added pretty much everything to it. How long do we let all this sit now?
Everything's in it now. Everything's technically cooked except for the parsley and green onions.
Okay.
So I like to let it boil probably for another 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
Just to where it cooks the green onion and parsley through and through, and then we'll be ready to serve.
That's it. All right, so we've already put all of the chicken in. We've put all the parsley and green onions in. It's been about 10 minutes, so what's next?
It's ready to serve.
Let's do it.
So if you want, give it a taste.
Absolutely. It smells delicious. It also looks like it's really, really hot. So I'm gonna let it cool for a second so I don't burn my lips. I'm pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm a pretty
you did a
good
great
cook.
job.
I must admit.
Pretty good for your first gumbo.
Well, I would say that KARY'S Roux really assisted in that. Made it pretty easy.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you very much, Ross.
It was
Appreciate
fun.
Definitely.
I enjoy cooking with you.
Definitely.